Hey guys, Pokemon Collectibles here, and welcome to part 3 of fan-made Pokemon Megas. Today's video will mostly be pictures from Cool Shallow. I actually had him reply to my last video, which I thought was really cool because I've never actually had anybody from DeviantArt comment on my videos, so I thought that was pretty cool. I actually would like to do that more often, DeviantArt, just because there is so much amazing artwork on that website. Everybody who's anybody, pretty much, that draws really well is on that website. There is a lot of talent, and I just so happened to find this guy because I was looking up pictures on Google and I went to his site, saw that he lets people use his material, and that's kind of how the last video happened. And from the comment that he left on YouTube, he doesn't mind if I do more videos, so I figured I'd do this one too. It's all but, I want to say 2 or 3 different megas of this video are not him. There are a couple that other people have made, but most of them in this video will be from this particular person called Cool Shallow. Again, I'll probably put his DeviantArt in the description below so you guys can check him out on DeviantArt. Again, a really amazing artist. I really like all of his megas. I have looked at other stuff which I might make a video of, but I've really been enjoying this mega series and I hope you guys have too. It's just so cool to see the imagination of some people and how they see a Pokemon and think of how a mega would look on that particular Pokemon. So first of all, we have Mega Altaria here. Now, I think the first thing that I noticed about Mega Altaria is the teeth. I don't know why that drew me in, but it seems to have little bitty pointed teeth on its beak, which I think makes it look really cool actually. It has a design on its cheek, which I think is different. I don't think Altaria had that. Its clouds seem to be a lot bigger and fluffier than the regular Altaria, and then it has feathers coming out of its head, and I think it has more tail feathers than Altaria. Or it might just be that it has tail feathers at all. I'm actually having trouble remembering what Altaria looks like right now. Okay, so yeah, I looked up a picture. So it's more tail feathers, and the cheeks are different, and it definitely has more feathers on top of its head. So all those things are different. I think this one's really cool. He has just such a happy look on his face. That's the main thing that I like about it, is just, he looks so happy. On to the next picture we have here. This is a Mega Kingdra, which is so cool. Now, Kingdra here is quite different as well. The first thing that I noticed with this picture is the fact that it has a mask on, which looks really cool, which means the other one kind of looks like it does too, but it might just be the coloring of it. I'm not too sure, but to me it kind of looks like a mask. The coloring is a little bit different. Its belly is no longer yellow. It's now red and kind of a purple, the same as its face. Really, really cool though. Like I said, I love the megas that just change the Pokemon just enough to where it looks stronger, more durable, more defense oriented, whatever that particular Pokemon's actually going for. It just looks stronger and like it can defend itself better or something. I've always been a fan of the minimalist when it comes to stuff like this. I don't like overdone megas, but some of them have been pretty cool that are overdone, I have to say. But for the majority of the time, it just seems like too many people just way overdo it. So I really like the fact that this is only a little bit different, but still pretty much you can tell it's Kingdra. Also, the fins on its side are different too. They're a lot bigger. Just thought I'd point that out in case you guys thought I missed that. I did not. On to the next one. This one I thought was just really cool, even though I've never really thought of Magikarp actually having a mega. I just think it's kind of funny that somebody came up with one. Now, the first thing I noticed that's really cool about this mega is the fin on its back and head. That just looks so cool. It looks kind of like he's standing in front of a giant star. That and his just like determined expression, the fact that he looks like, yeah, I'm bad, I know it. His whiskers seem a little bit longer, and I think that's about it with this one, but maybe the fins are a bit bigger, and I don't think it had that fin on the bottom, so maybe that's different, but altogether, I think it's really cool that this person actually made a mega of Magikarp, because, I don't know, there's just something about it that is really cool to me, and really and I really like Magikarp quite a bit, so yeah, I like this mega, even if it is a bit silly. Up next, we have a Mega Beedrill that I think is really, really cool. First thing I noticed is its drills on its hands have been turned into steel drills, so that's really cool. Second, it actually has 2 more drills than the regular Beedrill, so really, really cool actually, and you can kind of see in the background that the wings are a lot different too. Maybe they're also made of metal, I'm not too sure, but if they are, that's a really cool effect. I've always been a huge fan of Beedrill. I think is because it's Gen 1 and I just, nostalgia regions, stuff like that. But Beedrill and Butterfree have always had a special place in my heart, and I just really, really like this one quite a bit. I, again, like the fact that it's not overdone, but it has just enough to be cool. So, again, I really like this. Really suits Beedrill quite a bit. Up next, we have Mega Shaymin. This is actually, I want to say, flying form. It is very, very cool. It's actually a lot different from its regular flying form. Number one, the first thing I noticed is the flower around its neck is a lot bigger, whereas the regular Shaymin flying form just has kind of one or two leaves or one or two petals on its back, and this one seems to have them all around its neck. So that's how these are different. That, and it seems to have more hair on its head. Yeah, either that or it's sticking up more, one of the two. But I really like this Mega Shaymin because to me this one has more attitude. It kind of has more, I don't know, more of a defensive look to it, like it could hold its own as opposed to the regular ones. So that's kind of what you want to go with a Mega, is to make it look stronger, make it look better, make it seem like it can defend itself better. That's why Megas, I guess, came up in the first place, is they wanted Pokemon to look stronger, especially the weaker ones they gave Megas to, so that they can just look cooler and look scarier or something like that. At least that's my theory. Maybe you guys have a different theory, but that's kind of what I'm thinking the Mega started. Now on to the next picture here. This is actually a combo picture of two. These two are both of a Mega Gallade A, and they did two separate ones because the one on the left is a defense form and the one on the right is attack form. So I thought that was really cool. I really like the one on the left, but I think the one on the right is my favorite because I'm all about attack. As much as I love having like defense characters like in MMOs and stuff like that, I don't know, there's just something really appealing about the attack form. It just looks so much cooler. Even though it's pretty much the same in a few ways. Its arms are obviously smaller and it has that little thing on its head sticks up, the little blue thing, and they just made it have more of a form to it. But overall, both of these are really, really cool. I just think my favorite is the one on the right. So you guys can decide which one you like out of these two. Both of them really well drawn, and I don't know, I just kind of like a Pokemon actually having a defense and attack form for its Mega. I think that's a really cool concept. I never really thought to do that myself, but I've never really drawn any Mega Pokemon either. I just kind of imagine what certain ones would look like in certain ways and how I would turn some Megas to be better. Just like, I hate Mega Aerodactyl actually. That's one of the ones that, I think I made a video about that actually, that the top 10 Megas that I hate, and that is definitely up there. I've always hated Mega Aerodactyl. They could have gone so many different directions with that, and they just bombed it. Maybe that's just me. Sorry if that's one of your favorite Megas, but to me, that just never should have happened at all. Anyway, guys, on to the next picture here. We have a Mega Skarmory. And Skarmory is another one of those that, to me, is a very nostalgic Pokemon. I really like Skarmory ever since the very beginning, and I don't know, there's just something really cool about a metal bird. I don't know what it is, but I just really, really like this Pokemon. And there's just something classic and timeless about Skarmory and all the different Pokemon from Gen 1. Just really, really awesome Pokemon. Now with this one, the differences are very slight, but still there. It has two spikes on its head instead of just one. The tail is a bit different. It actually has another indentation, as well as the wings. They all have indentions, which the regular one does not. Other than that, I think that's all that I see on that, besides the fact that its eye is red. But again, a Mega that somebody drew that it's also not too minimalist to where it's just, you change one little bitty thing about it. I really like this one quite a bit, actually. I think it works very well with Skarmory. I don't think it could have been done a different way, and if it had been done a different way, it probably would have been too over the top. Again, sorry if you like Megas that are really over the top. It's just not my thing, so yeah. Anyway, guys, on to the next one. Now, the rest of these are actually not from Cool Shallow. I just noticed these weren't on DeviantArt, so these are just regular websites that I found these on, and I thought I'd show them all. This Flygon, to me, is really, really cool. The fact that it has so many wings, and they're all really well drawn. They're all symmetrical. You can tell that they're pretty much the same size as the wing, exactly opposite of it. And I'm sure you guys know that when somebody looks at something that's symmetrical, it's very pleasing to the eye, and it makes you want to stare at it, and this is one of those things. There are a few places on it that I don't like because it looks like on the red on its wings, either that is a shine or they didn't fully color it in. So I'm sorry if it's just trying to make a shiny effect to them, something like that, but I don't really like that too much. That, and I'm not really too into the fact that it has an extra pair of arms, and they're very tiny. That's the only thing I don't like about it. Other than that, it's really cool. I don't think it's too over the top, but it's almost too over the top. And I'm guessing it has 3 pairs of wings, and then the thing on the bottom that's close to its tail is actually part of its tail. I'm guessing that's what they went for there. I'm not really too sure. I don't have a description on it, but that's my guess on this one. But either way, it's still pretty cool mega. I like it still quite a bit, even though I'm not really too into the 4 arms thing. I don't really like that. And now at last, we come to our last picture, which has 2 different Pokemon in it. This is another take on a Beedrill, which I like it a little bit. I mean, I definitely like the drills on his arms or hands or whatever you call that. I do like those, and I like that they're indented, so that's pretty cool. It looks like it can actually drill into something. It looks like it could drill underground actually very, very well. And it looks like they made the stinger kind of like a lightning bolt shape, and its antennas are a bit different, so it's a lot different from the regular Beedrill, which I like it quite a bit, but there's just something about it, I don't know, it's just a little off. I don't know what it is. Like, I like it, but at the same time, I kind of don't like it. I don't know what it is. Maybe you guys can point out something that I'm just not seeing that makes it slightly off. I'm not really too sure, but mostly what I was going to put this picture up for is the Butterfree, because that is the cutest Butterfree. He looks so fuzzy, and I like the wing patterns quite a bit. I like the little black dots they put on there. That looks really cool. They kind of extends the wings a bit without making them too big. I like those big old red eyes that Butterfree has, which is on the regular Butterfree, but even though this Pokemon is a bug type, it looks so cute. Like, it looks like you could actually hug this Butterfree and cuddle with it, and it would be really, really soft and really fluffy. So because somebody has made me consider hugging a bug, which I do not like, I hate bugs very much, but because of that Butterfree definitely gets my attention, because I would never hug a bug in real life, that's for sure. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed a look at more of Cool Shallow's work. I plan on doing more videos about his stuff in the future. Again, his DeviantArt page will be linked in the description, so feel free to check that out. He does amazing work, and I hope you guys will check out other people on DeviantArt that also have a lot of artwork on here that I'm hopefully going to try to get together with and do some videos on. So look for that in the future. Thanks for watching guys, and have an awesome day.